This primary season, KPBS news partner inewsource has been following the campaign money. Not only how much politicians are raising, but where it's coming from. Earlier, I checked with inewsource reporter Jill Castellano. Jill, let's jump right in. The 49th Congressional District race has been one of the most competitive in the nation ever since Congressman Darrell Issa decided not to run for a 9th term. Can we talk about the spending in this race and how the candidate spending differs from outside groups?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So this is highly competitive. Democrats are hoping to flip the seat. So we have a lot of outside groups that are fundraising to help the Democratic candidates. The two top fundraisers for their own campaigns are Paul Kerr and Sarah Jacobs, who are two Democrats, and they both have put more than $1 million toward their own campaigns. So they have a lot of personal money that they're using to elevate their profile. Then you have someone like Sarah Jacobs, who is also getting outside help from a group called Women Vote, another $2 million this group has spent to support her campaign. So you're seeing a lot of outside groups get involved. The candidates have raised a total of $11 million. There's another $5.8 million being spent by these other organizations trying to get their favorite candidates elected.
And can we turn now to the district attorney's race? The last time you and I spoke, you told me about the billionaire named George Soros, who was pumping hundreds of thousands of dollars to support Genevieve Jones' right. What's the latest?
The latest is actually that we've seen some ads being pulled from air. George Soros, even though over $2 million he's personally put into this race, we're seeing now that he's taking some of that back, and some of this airtime, he's actually canceling it. And we're not totally sure why. Maybe there's some sense that the race isn't as close as we think it is. There was a recent poll that shows about a 40-point difference between the two candidates, although there are a lot of undecided voters still. So we'll see what happens come Tuesday.
Now on to the county supervisors race, District 4. There are two candidates, both Democrats, running, and they're being supported by two different labor groups. Can you tell us what's the story there? Yeah,
so the story is that we've got two Democrats who are both hoping to flip this seat to a Democratic seat. It's traditionally a Republican seat, so it's a pretty high-profile race. And Nathan Fletcher is a Democrat who's being backed by the San Diego Imperial County Labor Council. And that is an organization that his wife, Lorena Gonzalez Fletcher, who's an assemblywoman, used to run. So he's getting support from that organization. Meanwhile, the other Democrat, Lori Saldana, is getting support from the Working Families Council. And that's a group that broke off of the union that is supporting Fletcher. So these two candidates are really going neck and neck. They're both getting a lot of support from the outside groups, and these two groups are also launching targeted campaigns against one another. Don't vote for Nathan Fletcher, don't vote for Lori Saldana. So there's a lot of negative ads out there as well.
So it sounds like it is heating up in this final stretch. inewsource reporter Jill Castellano, thank you so much.
Thank you.
inewsource is an independently funded nonprofit partner of KPBS.